It's Carter Sports back, and today we finna talk about the bidding war that's finna go on between USC, Miami, and Colorado for Derrick Harmon. So let's go. And if you been here before, can you please hit that like, please? And if you ain't subscribed, boy, you better subscribe. Trojan family, Trojan gang, Fido forever is in the building. I know, yeah, it's about to be a bidding war for Derrick Harmon. I'm saying it's coming down to that. He about to fly to Colorado, then Miami, right? So I hear it's gonna be a bidding war for this kid's services. So we finna really see where USC mine, and we finna really see where our NIL at and how aggressive we is and how important the coaching staff think this is, because out of all the teams, we need defensive linemen badly. I mean, I figure Colorado do too, but Colorado ain't got the bag that we got. At least they shouldn't have. And I heard, Deion and them, they don't be throwing bags like that. You feel me? So we're gonna come down between the USC bag and the Miami bag. The USC bag and the Miami bag, because this kid is flying around with an NFL agent. So if you got an NFL agent with you, then you negotiate the contract. You negotiate money. You trying to go to the highest bidder. And the kid said he fell in love with the campus and the coaches. So why he ain't signed? Because there's another aspect to this, which is probably the most important aspect, which is money. Right? Which is money. So this kid got an NFL agent, it's cracking with them dollar signs. So USC probably offered a number. Now he off to go see if he can get more. And if USC is smart, they would have offered him something and being like, if Miami or Colorado offer you more, let me know. We'll match the price. I hope USC ain't offered something, right? It is a set price. So say if USC offered $500K, and he like, all right, and take a visit to Colorado or Miami, they got $600K. Is he just gonna sign in like, oh, y'all offer more to USC, I'm finna sign here? Is USC money that they offer, is it finite? Like, this chestnut checkers, so you could politic. But if I'm USC, I don't know what Miami gonna offer. I don't know what Colorado gonna offer. So my offer will be flexible. It'll be like Walmart. You know what I'm saying? We gonna match the price. You can find somewhere cheaper, or in this case, if you can find somewhere with more money, we'll match their price. We'll match their asking price. Now that's kind of a tricky game, because the kid could say, oh, Miami offered me $1 million, they only offer you $750, right? And he tell USC they offer him $1 million and get $1 million and one. Right? But it's worth it to me, because it ain't about the value of the player, right? So you might look at him and be like, he ain't worth $1 million. Or is our championships aspiration is worth $1 million? It's us being a dominant program and having a good defense and having a good team. Is that worth $1 million? Because that's what it's coming down to. It ain't about how much the player is worth. It's about the value of the need. And that need at the D tackle or no tackle for us is up in the millions. Because without reinforcements there, I don't see how we gonna have the season we would like. You know what I'm saying? We might could still beat the Minnesotas and Indianas and Rutgers, but when we talking about Michigan and LSU and Notre Dame and the Iowas and teams like that, we might get ran off the field. Because if you could run straight up the gut on a team, it ain't really no defensive adjustments you can make. Well, you gonna go into a 5-man front. But if you ain't got the bodies, it don't matter. You can run goal line. You know what I'm saying? And they still gonna break. So is it worth it? Is it worth possibly having another 7-5 season? See, if we had another 7-5 season in the Big Ten, I guarantee you, we would have wished we overpaid. We would have paid for the Derrick Harmons and everybody that been through, the Jermaine Lolays, the Dominic Williams. We would have wished we paid that money. So when we this thin, it ain't about is the player worth that much. It's about does the player make us better right there, and how value is that need. The value of our nose tackle position and defensive tackle is in the millions. This right up the middle, because we need a nose tackle and a backup. Because even if we do get Harmon, say if he get hurt, or say if Bear get hurt, now we back to where we was. So we really need, this is really like mandatory. At this point, how bad we need it, USC might have to make this kid the highest paid kid this year. His NIL deal, pay for play, whatever we want to call it, we might need to make him top dollar. Because what other monster nose tackle it is out there? Like if we don't get this kid, I can't think of, not off the top of my head, another nose tackle that could come in and is more than potential, actually production. Right? It's a lot of guys with potential. It's a lot of guys that played at the D2 level or in lower conferences, right? At AAC conferences and stuff like that, right? Smaller schools. But it ain't too many Power 5 nose tackles out there. It ain't too many nose tackles out there from the SEC and the Big Ten and the former Pac-12 and the ACC, right? It ain't too many out there that's proven. It's a lot out there, like I said, that got potential. Freshmen who ain't really played that much, you know, buried on the depth chart behind great teams. A lot of players that was highly coveted coming out of high school, but ain't necessarily made that monster impact on the field yet. We don't want to get to the point where our Isaiah Race replacement or our guy that we want to run with Bear at the nose tackle right next to Bear is a project, is a guy we hope and take that next step. Because we got a full team, we got a whole team full of next step players. If Brandon Shelby take that next step, we be great, right? If Elijah Hughes, Braylon Shelby, Elijah Hughes, even Eric Gentry, I could go on and on. There's a lot of players on our team that we count on to take that next step. Our whole receiving core. Our whole receiving core, young, was freshmen, sophomores. They all got potential, but they got to be better than they was last year. Even with all that potential, if they ain't took that next step, they ain't gonna be good enough either. You know what I'm saying? We need them to be better. I need Zach to be better. I need Deuce to be better. And they was good, but they still got to take that next step. Even Miller Moss, like, we got a whole team full of next steps. So we don't want to, in the most crucial position, right up that middle, we don't want to bring a player in that got to take that next step to have an impact. The step he at right now already need to be good enough. His floor already need to be good enough. And if a player like Derrick Harmon is good enough, would you say we plug him next to Bear and we good up the middle, then he works whatever he asking, because without him, we ain't good. Right? And then we need to hurry up and bag this, because we should be at the point where we add depth now. You know what I'm saying? Where we add depth. So USC better be on their ball game with Derrick Harmon, because we need more than him. We need to get him and two other. Because we at least need to be 2 deep up the middle, right? We gonna need a backup for Bear and a backup for Harmon, who damn near just as good. We need some backup that just as good to where when they come off the field, it ain't like, okay, Bear ain't in there, Harmon ain't in there right now, we could run straight up the gut. They still gonna provide a challenge trying to run up the gut. So even when we in 2 deep on the line, we still stout up front, right? So we really need Harmon and 2 more. I'll take Harmon and I'll take 2 projects, because I believe in Coach Henry that he could develop them, right? So I'll take 2 projects behind Harmon and Bear. I don't want to put a project next to Bear and behind Bear and behind that project. We can't have 3 projects in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We already counting on Anthony Lucas to take that next step. Players like that, like I said, Hughes and Shelby and players like that, we waiting for them to take that next step. So we got to get Harmon. I really want 2 proven players. I want Harmon at the nose tackle, then I want another proven guy behind him, at least. I could probably live with Elijah Hughes behind Bear or Nate Clifton behind Bear. I could live with that. But that nose tackle, I need 2 starter types. I need 2 provens. I need 2 provens. I got to, so USC, it's a bidding war, and as it should be. I mean, this is important. Just think about how many millions of dollars comes in the university when you go to the college football playoffs, when you win in bowl games. So this position and this need for us could be the determining factor whether we in the playoffs or not. So just like I said, it ain't about how much the player is worth. It's about how much the need is worth. And then the potential money to the university and to the program with the wins. More wins is more money. Especially with LA. Especially with LA, right? So it gonna be worth it. USC, stop playing. I know we got some millions. Like, I know we got enough money to bid and outbid. Because we ain't even, at this point, we ain't even got to add nothing else to this team. Believe me. I know we probably need another tackle, but I feel like if everybody take their next step, if Miller Moss, who I think he is, if the receivers is who I think they is our secondaries and our linebackers who I think they is, all we need is that defensive line right. If that defensive line right, I feel like the whole defense gonna be solid. I feel like our offense is gonna be solid. So this weakness could make or break whether we have a successful winning season or not, because football start up front, y'all. Y'all know that football start up front. So if we weak up front, it don't matter what you got behind that, right? So I know our NIL probably ain't as robust as Texas and Oregon and schools like that, right? But we gotta have enough money to go all in on like 2 or 3 players. I'm looking at the team. We don't need 9 or 10 players in the portal, right? If we got 3 interior defensive linemen in this transfer portal window, if we got 3 interior quality defensive linemen, I will be satisfied with this roster, and I feel like this roster will be ready to compete, right? So I don't feel like it's a gang of holes we need to fill. I don't feel like we need 2 or 3 linebackers and 2 or 3 more DBs. I feel like we need 4 players, 3 in the interior on the defensive line, or at least 2 to 3 on the interior defensive line, and a tackle. 4 players. Do we have $4 million? Because I guarantee you, we come with a meal ticket, $1 million. I know only quarterback supposed to get that right. You damn right. Right? So I know if we offer any defensive lineman $1 million and a tackle $1 million, they coming. They coming. So we should be coughing up $5 million right now, because you gonna get that money back with wins, and this gonna keep our program trajectory up high. See, we at a crisis point. Could either our university to keep going back up to them glory days and keep this momentum, or we could go down. Because if we have another 7-5 season, it's going to set us back perception wise. It gonna hurt our recruiting, right? If we don't ball this year. So we already ain't got the bag. It seems like these other schools, so we gotta be winning. We can't be an 8-5 school, an 8-4 school, and ain't got a bag, and expect to field the type of roster we need to win a championship. So this season is gonna make or break the Lincoln Riley era at USC, if you ask me. This the year that gonna make it break it. If if we don't ball this year, we ain't gonna never ball with Lincoln Riley in this regime. And I ain't blaming Lincoln, but I'm saying this as at this regime at the university, this current NIL group and our current boosters, like, we ain't, because it take momentum, positive things seen on the field, and money to build these championship rosters. I mean, let's be real. College is all about roster building. We ain't gonna be able to build the roster we need if we don't ball this season. And if we don't ball this season, we gonna hear worship about Lincoln Riley probably shooting off to the NFL. Somebody gonna pick off one of our defensive coaches. Like, this is the time. This is the time. If we can't get it where it's set up right now, we can't get it now. If we can't get the roster we need now with the NCAA, where we basically could pay for play and the NCAA can't do nothing, and we got the best coaches in the world on offense and defense. I mean, Lincoln Riley, the quarterback guru, he at least a top 2 or 3 offensive coordinator, right at the minimum. We know he the best quarterback developer, and our defensive staff is second to none. So we got an elite coaching staff on both sides of the ball, right? And we can't field the roster now. On top of we could pay for play, and we got elite coaching on both sides of the ball. If we can't capitalize now, we will never be able to capitalize, because this coaching staff, it ain't gonna be together forever, right? It's not. So right now, we can say we got the best coaching staff on both sides of the ball, at least make a case for it. Everything is great right now as far as the coaching, and we always got the location and the tradition. All we need is the money. So if the money hold us back, we gonna go back down on a bad trajectory. This recruiting class gonna fall apart because we ain't winning on the field, because we win and do what we have to do with the transfer portal, and USC ain't gonna be a hot destination, and the narrative's gonna continue. USC is a has-been program. So we gotta get it going. We have to get Derrick Harmon. It's sad that they let him leave, but he got an agent with him, and he say he want to take all his visits, so they want to hear all the offers. Where if they doing it like that, USC is already in a bad position, because USC could offer some money, and they could tell the other school, well, oh, USC offered us this, and they could beat that. All right, we're gonna give you a little more, and they ain't gonna guarantee they call USC back and be like, hey, but if he got an NFL agent and he's smart, he gonna do that though, right? That's what I'm saying. This gonna be a real bidding war. Because once they get all the offers, the school that offer less, if the agent's smart, he gonna hit the other schools like, look, we about to sign with this school because they offer us more than y'all. Do you want to compete with that offer? And if that happens, USC can't have their pride. USC can't have no pride. It ain't about that. It's about fielding the team to win. Because then you can't make no excuses. You can't make no excuses like, oh, we didn't have the talent. I wonder why. At this point, when it's pay for play, and you a university like USC, and you got the coaches, right? You got the coaches in your USC. At this point, when it's pay for play, if USC don't got the players that they need, it's their fault. At this point, if I'm Lincoln Riley, I'll come out my pocket $1 million for Derrick Harmon. If our NIL can't do it, because this is gonna make or break. Lincoln Riley, do you want a successful period while you at USC? Do you want this to be a successful stop or not? Would you rather keep that couple million in your own pocket and don't have success, and don't bring USC back and put that on your resume? They're already trying to not rank you in the top 10 coaches. Your stock finna fall if you don't be successful at USC. You could forget the NFL, right? So at this point, it gonna be USC fault, because we can't blame the NCAA no more. There's no excuses for us no more, and we made excuses for so many years. I hope we just ain't still in excuse mode. Oh, we ain't got the roster we got because these players today, they just want too much money. Like, oh, we want players that want to play for USC. Man, you gotta get out of that. So we gonna see, man, this transfer portal period this season is gonna tell us where this program going and how serious it's going. And is it being ran the right direction, and do it have the right state of mind? We gonna find out, y'all. So play close attention. This gonna drag out a little bit, right? And then Tyler Barron coming. I mean, it's tough right now, man. Man, USC. Somebody get this. Like, this gonna make or break everything, y'all. This gonna tell us a lot about our current program. But I ain't gonna keep y'all too long, man. Until then, it's Carter Sports, it's USC, it's Trojan City. So let's go.